Hello and welcome to sunny Tor Bay. Seaside special, and tonight's special guests are comedian Derek Dene, Lena Zavaroni, Tessie O'Shea, Ventriloquist Kieth, and your host Roy Hudd. Summertime city ain't got the summertime blues. Out of the part in the Seaside special when we introduce you to our daredevils, and right now, just on my left here, John Lacey. John, you're in the Royal Navy. That's right, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Flying helicopters, is that it?
That's right, from Portland.
What does your job entail exactly? Obviously flying helicopters, but what do you do when you get up there?
Well, basically we're on a search and rescue standby 7 days a week and from dawn till dusk.
How many people have you rescued?
The actual unit pulls out on average 350 a year.
I see. That's not bad going, is it really?
Well, it's not bad. It could be better. We could have less, in fact.
It's pretty good, isn't it? Actually, what we're going to do, because I always seem to get involved in this show. It's terribly dangerous being on this program, you know, and I don't quite know what's going to happen to me later on in the show. Can you tell me?
Yes, well, basically we're doing a demonstration rescue with you tomorrow.
I think I'm going to be out on a lilo, I think, possibly, or something like that.
That's right, yeah. And a diver will come in, pick you up, winch you out and back onto the cliffs.
Oh, yes. I understand that David Hamilton's given you a fiver to leave me there. Is that true? But right now, it's my very great pleasure to introduce you to our host for tonight, Roy Hudd.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, I must say how nice it is to be back here once again in beautiful Tor Bay, in lovely Torquay. You all know where Torquay is, that little place on the outskirts of Babbacombe. Nice to see you. Well, do you know, honestly, do you know, it's 9 years since I was here in Torbay, and do you know, nothing changes. You still meet the same peculiar people here today as you did then, don't you? I mean, you have a look next to you. Go on, don't you? Am I right? Hey, listen, I tell you, I'm walking along the front this morning. There's a fella coming down the road. He's got a pair of swimming trunks on. He's got one big leather glove on. One great big glove. I said, what you got one glove on for? He said, I've just heard the weather forecast. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, they say today's going to be sunny, but on the other hand, it might be... I love the story. The channel swimmer who's just arrived in this country and he reaches the shores of England and he falls on the ground, crawls all the way up the beach and he says, oh, magnifique, you see, I kiss your beautiful English brown earth. And the deck chair attendant standing there said, that's not brown earth, mate, the donkeys have just gone by. But you know, whenever I go to the seaside, swimming's my favourite pastime, and I'll tell you why. Now, every year about July, when summertime comes round, there's lots and lots of people at the seaside to be found. Some play golf or tennis, others like to have a rest. But here's the kind of exercise that I enjoy the best when I go swimming with the women. Well, I do have a real good time, bobbing up and down in the water. It comes just below me Mason-Dixon line to see the ladies do their exercises. You wouldn't think that half of them were slimming. And when the girls stand up to sneeze, you can see their housemates sneeze if you go swimming with the women. When I go swimming with the women, well, I do have a real good time, bobbing up and down in the water with a pretty girl whose name is Adeline. You ought to see her ladies' bathing costume. It's nothing but a little bit of trimming. And what I took to be her face turned out to be a different place when I went swimming with the women. Once I went swimming with the women, and I did feel a big soft thing. A woman went and fainted in the water, and where she disappeared it left a ring. So I jumped in with nearly all my clothes on and swam until my eyesight started dimming. And after fighting for my life I found I'd gone and saved the wife, so I chucked swimming with the women. Swimming with the women. Oh! Thank you very much indeed, folks. And now it's time for me to introduce to you a young man, a ventriloquist, whose technique is so good and his lips move so little that last week his mouth healed up. Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome, playing at Paynton at the moment, a pal of mine, Mr. Kieth Harris.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. And my name's Keith, and my name's Cuddles. Now listen, we come here tonight. Come here tonight. It's all the people. Yes. What are you going to do? Nothing. Nothing? No. What do you mean, nothing? I can't. Why not? I feel daft. Put your leg down. What do you mean you feel daft? Look, we've got to entertain the ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I mean, can you sing? Can you what? Can you sing? Can I sing? Yeah. Did you hear that? Can I sing? Can I sing? Well, can you? No. No. No, I do impressions, you do impersonations. That's right. And will you do one now? A quick one, a quick one. All right, look at this, look. Who of? A comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, a comedian. Look, look, look. Oh, settle down now. I'll joke up for this place, aren't I? Who was that? Harold Wilson. Yeah. Well, listen, I want to see you do that. We'll be seeing you a little later. That's right, but let's introduce the first act. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us very great pleasure to introduce you to a young lady. Ah, she's a young lady in just nice size. Ladies and gentlemen, Lena Zavaroni! Yeah!
Baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, won't you let me be? Oh, teddy bear. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions play too rough. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers ain't the kind you love enough. But do I want to be your teddy bear? Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, won't you let me be? Oh, teddy bear. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I just wanna be your teddy bear. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. For you, light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, and though a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find life is still worthwhile if you just smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. For you, light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, and though a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
Well, now, folks, it's time to meet some of our young holiday makers who are in Tor Bay at the moment. So let's find out exactly who we've got, because I'm going to see if I can persuade them to tell me a few jokes, because I'm running a bit short this season. So let's find out who we've got. Hello, darling. What's your name?
Sharon,
Sharon. And how old are you, Sharon?
6.
6, are you? Are you married?
No.
You got a boyfriend? You haven't? Oh, what a shame. She hasn't got a boyfriend. Ah, never mind. I'm not doing anything after the show. Now, Sharon, have you got a little joke for me? What's your joke?
What's got teeth and never talks? Bites.
What's got teeth and never bites? I don't know.
A comb.
A comb. Very good, yes. Little ripple, I think. Really good, Sharon. Now, who have we got here? Karen, got a joke for me? What joke?
What did the Frenchman say to his belly?
What did the policeman say to his belly? I don't know. What did the policeman say to his belly?
You're under a vest.
You're under a vest. Not bad. Hey, I like it. Now then, who we got here? What's your name, darling?
Sarah.
You're Sarah, are you? And how old are you, Sarah?
5.
You're 5. And have you... Oh, that's it. Pull that down, darling. That's a good girl. That's it. You've got red ones as well. Isn't that nice? Now, Sarah, have you got a little joke for me?
Yeah.
What's your joke?
Why did the orange stop?
Why did the orange stop?
Because it ran out of juice.
Right. Good on you. Well, now, folks, it's time for me to introduce to you a young man and a very, very clever comedian indeed. In fact, he's just returned from an Australian tour and a one-nighter with the Portland Cement Company. So I'd love you to give a smashing welcome for the president of the Variety Golfing Society, Mr. Derek Dene.
I'm glad you're all enjoying it. I have a super time. Last year I went to Spain on one of those package holiday things. You know, those package... Don't ever go on one of those. £4.10 for 3 weeks, I tell you. They rob you blind, they really do. I tell you, we got on this plane. Well, the plane took off from a kneeling position. Coughed its way up into the sky. Flying along. We fell down in Madrid. True, the pilot, he said we'd landed. We went... my stomach still at 3,000 feet. Dear old lady next to me, as white as a ghost. I said, that frighten you? She said, no, I always wear my knickers round my ankles. I decided to stay at home and have 2 weeks golf. And on the golf course, you meet some very peculiar people. Now, I'd like to give you an idea of a few people I met on the golf course. The first one is a real character. He's known as the show-off golfer. I'll give you an idea. Here we go with the show-off golfer. On the golf course, a complete sportsman. Unfortunately, he broke his leg during the week. Still insists on playing his morning round of golf. So here we have the golfer with the broken leg. Here we are.
you know something? I was just thinking to myself, it's really wonderful being here in Tor Bay in this lovely tent. It's so much better than the job I used to have. I used to be a road sweeper, you know. It's absolutely... You didn't realise that, did you? Used to be a road sweeper. I only had to sweep 2 roads every week. The M4 and M5 motorway. It was... No, really. I'd like to introduce you now to somebody who has never been on television before. In fact, he's the lead singer with a vocal group, but this is the very first time that he's on his own. So give him a nice warm round of applause, please, for John Britton.
I was driving down this long, dusty road, going nowhere. Just looking at my life, going nowhere. So I turned that car around and I headed right back to town. And I made up my mind I was going somewhere. I was going somewhere. Yeah, on a dusty road to nowhere. I finally found my way. I finally found what I've been searching for. On a dusty road to nowhere. I finally found my way. Finally found what I've been searching for. Well, I was driving down this long, dusty road. I started thinking by the way I've been wasting all my life, heavy drinking. So I turned that car around and I headed right back to town. And I made up my mind I was going somewhere. I was going somewhere. Yeah, on a dusty road to nowhere. I finally found my way. I finally found what I've been searching for. On a dusty road to nowhere. I finally found my life. Finally found what I've been living for. On a dusty road to nowhere. I finally found my life. Finally found what I've been living for. On a dusty road to nowhere. I finally found my way.
The time has come now to go outside the tent, and here I am in a little rubber boat just off Tor Bay. And we're going to demonstrate how quickly the Royal Navy can get people who get into difficulties, as they sometimes do, out of the water. Well, the tide is taking me fast out to sea, and here comes the helicopter piloted by John Lacey, whom we met a little bit earlier on. Incidentally, he comes from the Royal Navy, Portland. And you're not going to believe this, but we got the little rubber boat from the local farmer, Mr. Fish, who gave us the field to put our tent in. As you can see, the helicopter blades are really whipping up the water, and there is the Royal Navy diver. That must be a jump of some 50 feet, quite considerable there. And I must admit, at this stage, I am panicking just somewhat, as you can see. Just about to go into the water, and oh dear, that Seaside special t-shirt has got a little bit damp. And I can assure you that it was very, very cold in that sea on this day. You can see now the sling coming down, and we hope this is going to rescue me. Oh dear, there goes the rubber boat. I told you the downdraft was considerable. I think it was trying to get into the helicopter. I hope it doesn't, otherwise there won't be room for any of us there. Here's the difficult part, just getting into that sling. I think it's already fastened right now. Still a terrific draft from those helicopter blades. I'm in the sling, and the thumbs up means it's winching time. I think I've just dropped the diver off there, just hanging about in Torbay. And it's a beautiful view up there on a really lovely sunny day, as you can see. In fact, the only reason why the Royal Navy winched me up here is that I can tell you that we're about to go back into the tent so that I can introduce you to Tessie O'Shea.
On a summer afternoon, where the honeysuckles bloom, and all nature seemed at rest, 'neath a little rustic bower, midst the perfume of the flower, a maiden sat with one she loved the best. As they sang their songs of love, from the arbor just above came a bee which lit upon a vine. As he sipped the honeydew, they both vowed they would be true. Then he whispered to her words she thought divine. You are my honey, honeysuckle, I am the bee. I'd like to sip the honey sweet from those red lips you see. I love you a dearly, dearly, and I want you to love me. You are my honey, honeysuckle, I am the bee. So beneath the sky so blue, these two lovers fond and true, with their hearts so filled with bliss, as they sat there side by side, he asked her to be his bride. She answered yes and sealed it with a kiss. For their hearts had yielded soon, 'neath that honeysuckle bloom, and through life they wandered day by day. And he said, just like the bee, I will build a home for thee. And the bee then seemed to answer them and said, you are my honey, honeysuckle, I am the bee. I'd like to sip the honey sweet from those red lips. You see, oh, I love you a dearly, dearly, and I want you to love me. You are my honey.